This is Wilson Morales talking to Boris Kodjoe about his latest project, Resident Evil Retribution. So, from the last time we saw your character Luther, what do you think has happened to him that makes him return back in the new film?
Well, he's here to save the day again, and Alice is in trouble, and they assemble a team of mercenaries to go in and find her and rescue her, and Luther's a part of that team again. It's more action, more zombies, more crazy monsters from the video, and compared to the last one, it's even more action-packed and more epic. If you can believe that. But it's always fun. It's always a lot of fun when you get to work with Mina. She's a great person inside and out, and it's sort of like a homecoming, if you will. So every time I get invited to play, it's a highlight of the year. You get to kick some ass and fight zombies and get real physical. This time we did about 6 weeks of mixed martial arts training for the role, and a lot of fight choreography. And Nick Powell, who's the best fight choreographer in the world, did everything. And, it's just fun every day. You go to work and you come home with bruises, and I got burnt by squibs and hyperextended my knee. But again, you feel like a kid. It's so much fun to shoot these movies.
Now, when you first were part of the last film, had you signed for more films knowing you would be possibly back?
Actually, I signed for one, and I'm glad I did. But when they invited me back, it was a great opportunity to be a part of a franchise that's been going on for a long time, and the fan base has grown because of the video games. So it's a built-in audience that's globalized the film, if you will. And, so it's great to see so many excited people all over the world that are waiting for this movie to come out. And, hopefully we'll do many more.
Now, you've been a part of Starship Troopers, this one, the upcoming Nurse 3D. Where's the love of sci-fi coming from?
The love of sci-fi. I don't put any limits of what I want to do. I try to expand and do many different things. It's just I'm fortunate to be able to do those different genres of movies, and I'm going to continue to try to do that.
Now, you mentioned you trained for 6 weeks. Did you do a lot of your own stunts?
I did all my own stunts. Thank you very much. I did not have a stunt guy. It makes it easy for the director to cut back and forth without having to hide your face. But obviously, it's rough. You get beat up pretty good. There's a lot of wire work, and like I said, squibs that burn your arms. And, I had to run around minus temperatures. We're shooting in Canada in the winter, in a tank top on, so that wasn't as pleasurable. But it's just overall, it's just a great time every time.
Now, Resident Evil has been a franchise that's been over 10 years on screen, and we've seen a lot of zombie franchises, whether it's on the big screen or the small screen. What makes this particular franchise more special than the others?
People have this infatuation with the undead, I suppose, and that sort of evolved from our love affair with vampires and these other dark characters. I think it's just I don't know. I think it's just everybody has a side in them that's a little bit more morbid, and things that we envision about the afterlife, and to be able to be in contact with those beings, I guess, brings us closer to that sort of weird fantasy. I don't know. It's I'm not sure if it's a fad, a phase, or whatever. I just have a ball, being a part of this, and being able to do some action and fight choreography and stuff you don't get to do on a regular basis.
Working with Paul, and as an actor, what are you picking up when you're doing the 3D as well as the CGI?
Well, I saw the rough cut, and it wasn't completed, and it's amazing what CGI does. Same as when we shot Undercovers. People thought we were shooting all over the world, and we were only shooting in LA, and it gives you so many opportunities to expand your project and make it more epic. And Paul is a master at that. He's a genius in taking 3D as well as CGI and really using it to create this sort of marriage between his content and the technology that sort of elevates it. And if you don't make 3D the nucleus of a film, I think it's very powerful. The only problem, I think, is when some filmmakers try to make 3D the very thing the movie's about, and then it becomes, iffy. But Paul is a master of what he does, and that's why the movies look the way they do.
Now, you've done all sorts of films, you've been around a long time. Hollywood hasn't really embraced a black actor since the days of Denzel and Will. We're still watching their films. Are you ready to be that leading guy, that we want to see 4 or 5 films? Let's give them those action films. Let's make them,
Oh, I'm ready. I'm absolutely ready. I'm ready to take advantage of opportunities if they come my way. As an actor, you're not in control of a lot of the stuff that goes on. You're hired. So you try to develop stuff for yourself. There's a lot that goes into a career. There's a lot that goes into you making those choices. And I'm open. I'm ready. I'm open. That's all I can be. Success happens when opportunity meets preparation. I'm always prepared. I'm always ready. And when those opportunities present themselves to me, I will be ready to pounce.
Mm-hmm.
So look out.
Any thoughts of going back to doing television work?
Oh, absolutely. I love TV. TV writing has come a long way. It's probably better than feature writing is at the moment, because I think writers, especially in cable, have more flexibility, more creativity that they can explore. So I've read actually a few pilots that are very interesting. I would definitely go back to TV if an opportunity presented itself. Keep my eyes open.
You've done TV, you've done films, you've been on theater. Obviously, when your other half is also doing the same amount of work that you do, what keeps you grounded in order to keep everything balanced?
It's really not a balancing act. It's setting priorities. Priority has been family always. Our kids and our marriage is priority, and everything else comes second. My wife, as you mentioned, she's on Broadway doing Streetcar. She's doing an amazing job. So our family is now over there supporting her in her endeavor. And so we take turns and figure out ways how to not be apart, which is important. And everything else falls into place.
Now, obviously, it's been a few years removed since Soul Food ended. Do you still keep up with everybody from the cast?
Yeah, we're a tight-knit family. It was a great experience for me personally. Obviously, I met my wife. So these people are close to my heart. And the girls, they support Nicole on Broadway, and they're coming back this week actually to see it again. Everybody's still in contact.
What are we expecting to see from you next besides Resident Evil Retribution?
We'll see. I'm gonna have my directorial debut soon. I will direct a feature, a romantic comedy. I will reunite with my wife in front of the camera as well. And